Welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today, we are going to talk about index funds. Index fund, as the name suggests, copies an index. For example, HDFC Index Fund Sensex plan copies Sensex. Now, Sensex is made of 30 stocks. So, this fund would buy all these 30 stocks in the same proportion as that of the index. Now, index funds are passively managed funds where the fund manager does not use his own skill to pick stocks, but he buys the same number of stocks that make the index and in the same proportion. Some examples of index funds are UTI Nifty Index Fund, which follows Nifty 50, which is a large cap index. ICICI Prudential Nifty Next 50 Index Fund, which follows Nifty Next 50. Now, this index is made of top 100 stocks, but not the ones that form the Nifty. This is again a large cap index. Next example is Sundaram Smart Nifty 100 Equal Weight Fund, which follows Nifty 100 Equal Weighted Index, which is a multi-cap index. Another example is Principal Index Fund Mid Cap. It follows Nifty Free Float Mid Cap 100. This index belongs to the mid cap category. Let us talk about the advantages of index funds. The best advantage of index funds is their low expense ratio. Currently, it is 0.2 to 1% in India. There could be some funds which follow the bond index, but those funds would fall into the debt fund category. But when it comes to equity investments, index funds have the lowest expense ratio. The reason being, there's no fund manager skill involved here. Low expense ratio is one of the main reasons why index funds are very famous in developed markets like those of the US. But remember, there the expense ratio is as low as 0.07%. The next advantage is that there is no issue of bad stock selection by the fund manager or the concern that fund manager might leave the fund itself, which disturbs the functioning of the fund. The functioning of index funds is process dependent and person independent. Index funds are very easy to understand funds, and since they are copying the index, they are very easy to select. Let us talk about the disadvantages of index funds. Since in an index fund, we are copying an index, there is no flexibility to the fund manager to do his or her own stock selection. And as the fund manager is copying an index, there is no possibility of above average returns. And this is the biggest disadvantage of index funds as compared to actively managed funds in India. India being an emerging economy, there are a lot of opportunities for the fund managers of actively managed funds to explore and generate returns for their investors. Actively managed funds have been able to beat their benchmark by a huge margin for the last 2 decades and would continue to do so for some time more. Another disadvantage is there could be some bad performing stocks, but you would have to stick with them just because they're a part of the index your fund follows. The fund holds all the risks associated with the asset class of the index. For example, if your fund follows bond index, all the risks associated with debt investments would be inherent in your fund. Similarly, if your fund is following an equity index like the Sensex or the Nifty, all the risks associated with equity investments would be there in your fund too. Tracking error is something that is associated with index funds. Now, an index fund is supposed to track an index, but due to various reasons, this does not happen perfectly, leading to a tracking error. Let us look at the reasons of this tracking error. The first reason is the difference in time between issuing the units of the index fund to the investor and then using this accepted money to actually buy the constituents of the index. The stocks in question may have gone a price change, leading to a negative or a positive tracking error. Now, an investor, when invests in index funds, whatever money he has put in has to be utilized to buy stocks that form the index and in the same proportion. But when the fund manager maps this investment to the actual stocks, the stocks might just come in fractions. And you cannot buy stocks in fractions, so he has to round off the stock units, and this might lead to a tracking error. Now, the next reason is that indices are not dividend adjusted. Now, the stocks that form the index might announce dividends. This money comes out of the index and is paid out to the investors, where index funds are also investors. Whatever money index funds receive are reinvested in the index funds. In this scenario, the index fund might beat the index but by a very small margin, leading to a tracking error. Now, the expense ratio which is taken out from the profits of the fund also leads to the tracking error. Another reason of tracking error is that these funds need to hold a certain portion of their portfolio in cash and cash equivalents to handle redemption requests. Why are index funds so famous in foreign countries like those of the US and UK, and why are they not famous in India? Now, US and UK are developed markets. Developed markets are more efficient, dominated by institutional investment, along with long-term savings of people getting invested there in the market, which does not happen in India yet. The complete economy is available for trade-off in the public domain. So, the market itself is broad. In the developed markets like those of the US, the index funds have been found to beat most of the funds in the long term as the indices are broader and capture market at a broader level. And not many opportunities are available outside the index fund to get additional returns. So the funds are popular there as you get good returns even out of passive fund management with minimal expense ratio. This is not the case with India. Since India is a developing economy, there are a lot of opportunities outside the index which active fund managers explore and generate returns for their investors. And that is why active funds are more popular in India than index funds. In developed markets, index funds follow broader indices, so you can be a part of growth of the entire economy. Broader indices are yet to be followed by index funds in India. The expense ratio for index funds in developed economies is as low as 0.07%. Indian index funds are yet to graduate to that level where they can charge such a low expense ratio, which will happen when our markets develop. Indian index funds charge an expense ratio of 0.2 to 1%. In some funds, it is as high as 1.5%. So friends, in this video, we have seen what are index funds, what are the advantages and disadvantages of index funds, what is tracking error, what are its reasons, why are index funds so famous in developed markets, and why they are not famous in India. Friends, hope the video has given you a good idea about index funds. Thanks for watching this video. Watch this space for more such topics. Until then, happy investing.